This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go, and starting this one, Kevin Gausman.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Castellanos settles under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. 2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Phillies, Johan Rojas. At the belt and fires. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. That ends the frame. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're up 2-0.
Now back, second baseman
Johnson in his second season, only 18 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's a laser base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Stepping in, George Springer.
Well, Boog, Springer always grades well with his bat. He's been incredibly consistent at the plate in his career.
The 1-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Goes down looking.
now back, second baseman.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
This one backs to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. A gigantic blast. And we have a tie ball game. It's 2-2. 9 consecutive games with a home run.
Well, just dialed in at the dish right now. 9 games in a row. That's just unthinkable. Congrats to him. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working, powers that fastball out of here.
One down with Merrifield up to the plate. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
To the right side, Johnson throws to first in time. 2 gone.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So 2 down. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him. When you get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come.
Justin Johnson next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. That one hammered left field. Marsh moving back. And that ball is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they're chipping away. It's 6-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Johnson played brilliantly despite the loss. Cracked a pair of homers.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton. I'm John Shambi. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
Well, winning Game 1 on the road was huge, Boog, and they can put a stranglehold on this series with the win here in this one, and that's obviously the goal. You want to go back home up 2-0 with a chance to wrap up the series in your own ballpark for sure.
And if it goes the other way and the series gets to 1-1, it's a total reset as we change venues for the next 3 games. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set. Today's starting pitcher, Jose Barrios.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
That's a hit. And now a two-out opportunity for George Springer.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Springer plays an important role for this team in the clubhouse, Boog. I mean, he can hit home runs, which is great, but he also brings a lot to the club away from the field, too.
Rudder takes off. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it. So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Boots it to second, and he's safe. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, with 2 outs, I'm thinking he had his mind on getting in the dugout so they could get to hitting. All it takes is just a little lapse in concentration. So now let's see if his pitcher will pick him up.
So 2 down. Rafael Lantigua next up for the Blue Jays.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. Save. It's 2-zip.
Well, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
The Phillies down by a run here in game 2 of the World Series. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 was a home run, no errors, and nobody left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Phillies 2.
Now back, second baseman, Justin Johnson.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. That's his 3rd home run of the series. It's 5-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Up next for
Johnson, a former MVP, only 18 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 7-2. Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, dude. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact.
And now for the Jays, Justin Johnson. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the fifth.
It seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
And that one is lifted in the air. Castellanos snags it for the second out. Johnson was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Cracked a pair of homers.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Nine-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now, getting the nod on the mound, Ranger Suarez. What's the scouting report on him?
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
And now for the Jays, Justin Johnson. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Smash to the left side. Turner with the throw to first. They limit the damage here. Get 2 runs on.
Now that's second baseman, Justin Johnson.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Marsh going back. Leaping, and it's gone. It just got out of here. That's his 5th homer of the series. It's 4-0.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off.
Turnbull, 31 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2014. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 9-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Didn't.
So up next, Justin Johnson. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
The pitch. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 11-3. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo. Pretty elite, and he caught it just. Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
An 11-7 final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Fans are final.
welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Getting the nod in this one, Zach Wheeler.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Rojas going back, and it hits the fence. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. The Blue Jays take the lead. 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. You might be wondering, how did he only get a single out of that drive? Well, that was a masterful defensive play out there in center. He couldn't make the catch, but he played it perfectly in terms of getting the ball back into the infield. And ultimately, I think that was the right move, holding him at first.
Now they've got him in a rundown, and he's out easily. The 4th game of the World Series. Here's the second baseman, Justin Johnson. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Rojas makes the grab, 1 away. Bryce Harper to the plate. On the ground, 2 ball. There's one. On to first, double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute them. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
So 2 down. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head. He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
2 down, nobody on. No, with the shift on, hits right into it. Fires over to Guerrero. Schwarber out of the play. Inning over. Down quickly go the Phillies. They trail it here 2-0.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That one is absolutely belted. 1 run's in, and it bangs off the wall. 2 runs are in. Save, he beats it. And the lead is up to 5. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Left field, way back there. That's back. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Second and third, one gone. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
And a swing and a miss. 2 away down.
Well, he didn't get the call on the mound the pitch before. Felt like he should have had him looking, I think. But, you know, that's good composure right there. He found a way to come back with another good pitch to get him to swing and miss.
Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here in Game 4 of the World Series. Ground ball up the middle. Loves it on the dive. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
Boom, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage.
Now it's the second baseman, Justin Johnson.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Into center and a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Now batting, the right fielder.
And the batter is George Springer. To short, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. How about that double play?
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2.
And now here is Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson.
Swung on, belted. Rojas going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second to third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Thought that was a no-doubter. I think the win was... All this team needs is 1 more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Blue Jays.
Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started, and today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do, to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is...
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one's gone. His 8th of the series, and the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 1-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location.
Now batting, second baseman, Justin Johnson.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. A gigantic blast. His second home run of the game. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
World Series Game 5. Now it's the power speed combo. Justin Johnson.
Booga, never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A massive home run. That's his third home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 9-1. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one.
And now for the Jays, Justin Johnson. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance. At least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
The right-hander back to work. Swung on, belted. Rojas going back. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. His 4th home run of the game. And they add a run. It's 11-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
2 outs, runner at first. Now it's the second baseman, Justin Johnson. 4 out of 4 with 4 homers. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Let's go right here.
Hard hit left side. They get the force, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. The Blue Jays on top, 13-1.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. For Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game.